Welcome back, collectors and history lovers. Today we're diving into a true American classic, the top 8 most valuable Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark, a coin that quietly circulated through wartime America and now stands as a tangible piece of history. From its iconic design to its lasting appeal among numismatists, this small copper cent carries a story far bigger than its size. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just discovering the world of rare coins, stay with us as we uncover why this prized treasure continues to captivate enthusiasts and hold its place in the numismatic spotlight. Let's get started. First up in the 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark remains a fascinating study piece within American numismatics, even if it is sometimes mistakenly referred to as a bicentennial issue. While it is not tied to the 1976 bicentennial celebration, this wartime-era cent still captivates enthusiasts because it represents a pivotal moment in U.S. history and sits within one of the most beloved coin series ever produced. Collectors are drawn to it as a tangible link to everyday American life during World War II, and although examples in very dirty condition are common, the coin's story, symbolism, and place in the Lincoln Wheat legacy keep demand alive. Its appeal lies not in flash alone, but in the quiet authority of history carried in copper. The 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny was struck during a year of global upheaval, just months after the United States entered World War II. Minted primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the absence of a mint mark, this coin circulated heavily as Americans adjusted to rationing, war bonds, and industrial mobilization. It belongs to the long-running Lincoln Wheat series, 1909 to 1958, designed to honor President Abraham Lincoln and his enduring ideals. While it does not commemorate a specific anniversary, it serves as a cultural artifact from a defining chapter in American history, making it a powerful and accessible connection to the past for collectors and historians alike. The 1942 mint mark wheat penny showcases Victor David Brenner's iconic obverse portrait of Abraham Lincoln, dignified and timeless, with crisp inscriptions of liberty and "In God We Trust." The reverse features the classic twin wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing agricultural abundance and national stability. Struck in a copper-based alloy typical of pre-1943 cents, the coin measures 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs approximately 3.11 grams. Even in well-worn or dirty condition, the design elements retain a nostalgic charm that resonates strongly with collectors who appreciate authenticity over perfection. Rarity and condition. From a technical standpoint, the 1942 Philadelphia Wheat penny is not rare in standard circulated grades, as millions were produced to meet wartime commerce needs. However, condition plays a crucial role in desirability. Coins in uncirculated or near-mint condition become significantly scarcer due to heavy use during the war years. It is important to clarify that most extreme rarities from 1942 are tied to overdate varieties, such as the famous 1942 41 cents, which were struck at the Denver and San Francisco mints, not Philadelphia. A mint mark example in very dirty condition is common, but pristine survivors remain elusive and highly sought after. Market value. In today's numismatic market, a standard 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark and in very dirty or heavily circulated condition typically carries only modest value, often just a few cents to a few dollars. However, high-grade certified examples can command stronger prices, sometimes reaching into the low hundreds. The often quoted $1,000 to $8,000 range applies only to exceptionally rare varieties or top population, professionally graded coins, primarily overdates or nearly flawless specimens. Historical importance, originality of surfaces, and eye appeal are the key drivers behind any significant premium. Collector appeal. What truly elevates the 1942 mint mark wheat penny is its narrative appeal rather than sheer rarity. Collectors value it as a representative wartime cent, one that passed through countless hands during a moment when the nation was unified by purpose. For Lincoln cent enthusiasts, it fills an essential slot in date and mint collections and offers an affordable entry point into historical coin collecting. Even examples in rough condition are appreciated for their authenticity, showing honest where that reflects real circulation rather than artificial aging. Collecting tips. For those pursuing this coin, the smartest strategy is to focus on quality and verification. Seek coins with original surfaces and avoid overly cleaned pieces, as harsh cleaning dramatically reduces collector value. If aiming for higher-end examples, prioritize certified coins graded by reputable services, and learn to distinguish true varieties from common dates. Proper storage in non-PVC holders and minimal handling will preserve the coin's remaining detail. Engaging with collector communities and studying auction records can also provide valuable insight into market trends and realistic pricing. Conclusion. In the end, the 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark stands as a compelling blend of history, artistry, and everyday Americana. While it is not a bicentennial issue, nor inherently among the most expensive wheat cents in worn condition, its role as a wartime artifact secures its place as a prized treasure within the broader Lincoln cent narrative. For collectors, it offers a rewarding opportunity to own a tangible connection to the past, one that continues to captivate enthusiasts and reinforce the enduring appeal of U.S. numismatics across generations. Beyond its monetary assessment, the 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny, with no mint mark, carries an emotional and symbolic weight that few modern coins can replicate. Each example, even those found in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, tells a quiet story of survival and national perseverance. These cents moved through grocery stores, factories, and post offices during a time when copper itself was becoming strategically important. For collectors, holding one is like holding a fragment of wartime America, an object that witnessed history unfold in real time. This intangible sense of legacy is a powerful force that continues to captivate enthusiasts and elevate the coin standing well beyond its face value. From a numismatic perspective, the coin also represents the closing chapter of an era defined by traditional materials and classical engraving. Just 1 year later, in 1943, the U.S. Mint shifted to zinc-coated steel cents due to wartime copper shortages, making the 1942 issue one of the last widely circulated copper wheat pennies before a dramatic transition. This positioning within the timeline of U.S. coinage adds depth to its appeal, as collectors often seek it as a before-the-change artifact. The absence of a mint mark further ties it to Philadelphia, reinforcing its identity as a cornerstone issue from the nation's primary minting facility. The steady interest in Lincoln Wheat pennies as a whole also supports the long-term desirability of the 1942 issue. As more collectors complete date and mint sets, demand remains consistent, particularly for examples with strong eye appeal or original surfaces. While dirty condition limits immediate value, it does not erase the coin's relevance within the broader market. Many seasoned collectors actively seek affordable, circulated examples precisely because they reflect genuine use rather than preservation. This philosophy keeps the coin relevant across multiple collecting styles, from investment-focused buyers to history-driven hobbyists. The 1942 mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny endures because it embodies more than metal and design. It represents continuity, resilience, and shared national memory. Even without extreme rarity or pristine condition, it remains a meaningful and respected component of American coinage. For collectors who appreciate coins as historical documents rather than mere commodities, this cent stands as a rewarding acquisition. Its lasting appeal lies in its authenticity, its wartime heritage, and its undeniable ability to connect modern numismatists with the everyday lives of Americans from more than 8 decades ago. Next up in the 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark stands as a fascinating study piece within American numismatics, captivating enthusiasts who appreciate history hidden in plain sight. While it is sometimes mistakenly labeled a bicentennial treasure, this coin's true allure lies not in a commemorative designation, but in its deep-rooted connection to everyday American life before World War II. Even examples found in very dirty conditions spark curiosity, as collectors are drawn to the idea that an unassuming copper cent could, under the right circumstances, transform into a prized treasure. Its enduring popularity reflects the strong market demand for classic Lincoln cents and the emotional pull of owning a tangible connection to the nation's past. Historical context. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny was minted during a pivotal moment in U.S. history, as the country was emerging from the Great Depression and standing on the brink of global conflict. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the absence of a mint mark, this coin formed part of the long-running Lincoln Wheat series introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed to circulate widely, the 1940 issue passed through countless hands during an era of industrial growth and social change, embedding it firmly within the American story. Each surviving example serves as a small yet powerful artifact from a nation preparing for transformation. The 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny carries the iconic design by Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln remains one of the most recognized images in U.S. coinage. The obverse features Lincoln's dignified profile, while the reverse displays the classic twin wheat ears framing the denomination, symbolizing prosperity and agricultural strength. Struck in 95% copper, the coin measures 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.11 grams, giving it a warm reddish-brown tone when well preserved. Even when heavily soiled, traces of its original luster and sharp design elements can still hint at the artistry that makes the series so beloved. The 1940 Philadelphia wheat penny is not rare by mintage numbers, as millions were produced for circulation. However, rarity emerges when collectors focus on specific varieties, such as subtle double-die details, repunched design elements, or exceptionally sharp strikes. Condition plays a decisive role. While a very dirty example holds modest value, pristine uncirculated specimens or coins with verified errors become genuinely scarce. The challenge of locating high-grade survivors after decades of circulation fuels collector demand and elevates the most exceptional examples far above their humble origins. From a market perspective, typical 1940 no-mint mark wheat pennies in heavily worn or dirty condition usually trade for modest sums, reflecting their abundance. Yet the conversation changes dramatically when discussing the most valuable examples tied to rare varieties or extraordinary preservation. Certified high-grade pieces or notable error coins have achieved prices ranging from $1,000 to as much as $8,000, depending on rarity, appeal, and auction competition. These values underscore how historical importance, coupled with visual excellence and scarcity, can drive steady appreciation even within a commonly dated issue. What truly captivates enthusiasts is the contrast between the coin's ordinary appearance and its extraordinary potential. Collectors are drawn to the hunt, searching rolls, old collections, and estate finds in hopes of uncovering a standout specimen hidden beneath grime or toning. The 1940 wheat penny appeals to both beginners, who enjoy its affordability, and seasoned numismatists, who recognize the prestige of owning a top-tier or rare variety example. This dual appeal ensures its lasting presence in the collector market. The 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, with no mint mark, occupies a special niche in the psychology of collecting, where patience and knowledge often outweigh initial impressions. Many seasoned collectors emphasize that coins discovered in very dirty condition can still hold remarkable potential, as accumulated grime may conceal sharp details or rare die characteristics. This uncertainty fuels excitement, transforming the coin into a symbol of possibility rather than a finished evaluation. The idea that a seemingly ordinary cent might emerge as a standout example after professional conservation, without improper cleaning, adds another layer to its mystique and keeps enthusiasts continually engaged. From a grading perspective, this issue highlights how dramatically professional certification influences desirability and price. Third-party grading services evaluate strike quality, surface preservation, and originality, assigning grades that can elevate a coin's status overnight. A 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny that grades exceptionally well, especially with full wheat lines and minimal abrasions, commands far greater respect than an uncertified counterpart. This formal recognition reassures buyers, stabilizes market value, and positions the coin as a legitimate investment rather than a speculative curiosity, reinforcing its standing as a prized treasure within the Lincoln Cent series. The coin's legacy is further enhanced by its role as a bridge between early 20th century artistry and modern numismatic appreciation. Collectors often view the wheat penny era as a golden age of U.S. coin design, where symbolism and simplicity coexisted in harmony. The 1940 issue, struck just before wartime composition changes, represents the final chapter of a more traditional copper standard. This historical placement deepens its emotional resonance, making ownership feel like stewardship of a fading chapter in American monetary history rather than mere accumulation. In the broader market, the continued fascination with Lincoln wheat pennies ensures that demand for standout examples remains strong across generations. As newer collectors enter the hobby, the approachable nature of the series, combined with stories of high-value discoveries, keeps interest alive. The 1940 no-mint mark cent, even when found in rough condition, embodies this enduring appeal by reminding collectors that rarity and value are often revealed through study and perseverance. Its lasting charm lies not only in what it is today, but in what it represents, a timeless invitation to explore history through the lens of numismatics. For those pursuing this coin seriously, prioritizing certified examples graded by reputable services is essential, especially when higher values are involved. Collectors should closely inspect dates, lettering, and design details for potential varieties and avoid cleaning dirty coins, as improper handling can permanently damage surfaces and reduce value. Purchasing from established dealers, major auctions, or trusted collector networks helps minimize risk. Proper storage in protective holders and staying engaged with numismatic communities can provide valuable insights into trends and opportunities that the 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark represents, a compelling blend of history, artistry, and collecting intrigue. While not a true bicentennial issue, it remains a tangible connection to America's past and a testament to how even everyday objects can evolve into prized collectibles. For numismatists worldwide, the coin's enduring charm, combined with the potential for rare and valuable discoveries, makes it a rewarding pursuit and a meaningful addition to any serious collection. Next up in the 1939 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark remains a fascinating entry point into classic American numismatics rather than a true bicentennial rarity. While it is not connected to the 1976 U.S. bicentennial, this Philadelphia minted wheat cent still captivates enthusiasts as a tangible survivor of pre-World War II America. Collectors are drawn to it for its classic design, historical placement within the beloved wheat cent series, and the myths that have grown around its potential value. Even in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, the coin sparks curiosity, making it a frequently discussed and closely examined piece among new and seasoned collectors alike. The 1939 Lincoln Wheat penny was struck during the final years of the Great Depression, a time when the United States was cautiously emerging from economic hardship while the world edged closer to global conflict. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the absence of a mint mark, this coin forms part of the long-running Lincoln Wheat cent series introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1939, the design had already become a familiar symbol of everyday commerce, passing through countless hands and quietly reflecting the resilience of the American public. As such, the coin serves as a tangible connection to the past, representing both national endurance and the everyday monetary history of the era that the 1939 no-mint mark wheat penny carries, the iconic obverse portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, notable for its dignified simplicity and enduring appeal. The reverse displays the classic twin wheat ears, framing the denomination and inscriptions, symbolizing agricultural abundance and national prosperity. Struck in 95% copper with a small percentage of tin and zinc, the coin measures 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.11 grams. While a very dirty condition may obscure some of these details, collectors still appreciate the strong underlying design, which becomes especially striking when found in higher grade or well-preserved examples. That the 1939 Philadelphia wheat cent is not rare, with tens of millions produced, making circulated examples relatively common today. What elevates interest, however, is the challenge of locating specimens in exceptional condition or with legitimate mint errors such as doubled dies or off-center strikes. Condition plays a critical role in desirability. A very dirty or heavily worn coin has minimal scarcity value, while uncirculated or sharply struck pieces are far more elusive. This sharp contrast between common circulated coins and scarce high-grade survivors is what fuels ongoing collector demand and frequent misunderstandings about rarity. Despite popular rumors, a 1939 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark in very dirty condition typically carries modest market value, often ranging from just a few cents to a couple of dollars. In contrast, well-preserved uncirculated examples may sell in the $5 to $20 range, while certified error varieties or top population specimens can command higher prices, occasionally reaching into the low hundreds. Values in the $1,000 to $8,000 range are not realistic for standard 1939 cents, underscoring the importance of accurate grading and authentication. Still, steady collector interest and the coin's historical charm ensure consistent demand within its appropriate price tier. That the 1939 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark holds a powerful emotional and educational value that continues to resonate with collectors. Many enthusiasts encounter this coin early in their numismatic journey, often pulled from old jars, inherited collections, or circulation finds decades ago. Its worn surfaces and accumulated grime tell a silent story of countless transactions and changing hands, reinforcing its identity as a genuine artifact of everyday American life. This sense of authenticity, especially in very dirty condition, gives the coin character rather than detracting from it, reminding collectors that history is not always preserved in pristine form but lived through use. From a broader numismatic perspective, the coin also plays an important role in illustrating how condition and context shape value. The stark contrast between a heavily circulated 1939 cent and a sharply struck uncirculated example offers a clear lesson in grading fundamentals. Collectors often use this date to compare where patterns, luster loss, and strike quality, making it an educational benchmark within the wheat cent series. Its availability allows enthusiasts to study these factors firsthand, deepening appreciation for why truly high-grade survivors are so elusive and respected within the hobby. The enduring popularity of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series further enhances the 1939 issue's appeal. As one of the final coins struck before America's entry into World War II, it occupies a transitional space in U.S. history that collectors find particularly compelling. The familiar portrait of Lincoln, paired with the agricultural symbolism on the reverse, reinforces themes of stability and continuity during uncertain times. Even without extreme rarity, this consistency of design and meaning keeps demand steady, ensuring that the coin remains a staple at coin shows, auctions, and within personal collections. The 1939 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny endures not because it promises extraordinary wealth, but because it embodies the heart of numismatics: history, storytelling, and connection. Its modest value in very dirty condition does not diminish its significance. Instead, it highlights the joy of collecting coins for their narrative and cultural weight. For collectors who appreciate coins as historical witnesses rather than speculative assets, this wheat cent remains a satisfying and meaningful treasure, one that continues to captivate enthusiasts and anchor collections with its quiet, enduring presence. The enduring appeal of the 1939 no-mint mark wheat penny lies in its accessibility and story, rather than extreme monetary worth. Collectors value it as a representative piece of late Depression coinage, and as part of a complete wheat cent set. Even heavily circulated examples evoke a sense of authenticity, having clearly fulfilled their role in daily commerce. This blend of history, familiarity, and classic design continues to captivate enthusiasts, especially those who appreciate coins as artifacts rather than purely as investments. For collectors seeking the best experience with this coin, prioritizing condition and authenticity is essential. Look for examples with clear date and design details, and consider professionally graded coins if pursuing higher-end specimens or rarer varieties. Purchasing from reputable dealers, coin shows, or established auctions helps avoid overpaying based on inflated claims. Proper storage in protective holders, minimal handling, and engagement with collector communities can further enhance both preservation and knowledge, allowing collectors to track market trends and learn from shared expertise. That the 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark stands as a compelling blend of history, artistry, and everyday Americana rather than a hidden fortune. While a very dirty example does not carry significant monetary value, its importance as a tangible connection to the past and a cornerstone of the wheat cent series secures its place as a prized collectible. For numismatists worldwide, it represents the joy of discovery, the beauty of classic design, and the enduring fascination of American coinage, making it a rewarding addition to any thoughtful collection. Next up to in the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark is not an official United States bicentennial coin, as the bicentennial commemorated 1776 to 1976 and was celebrated on U.S. coinage in 1975 to 1976. However, coins like the 1956 Philadelphia Mint Wheat Penny are often mistakenly labeled bicentennial in collector lore or online listings because they predate the memorial cent era and feel historically distant. With that clarification in mind, the coin can still be explored as a fascinating, historically rich Lincoln wheat cent whose perceived value and appeal, especially when tied to rare varieties, continue to captivate enthusiasts. The 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark remains a deeply intriguing piece within American numismatics, frequently celebrated as a prized treasure by collectors who admire classic U.S. coinage. Even when found in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, this coin draws attention due to its connection to the final years of the wheat cent series and its enduring popularity among Lincoln collectors. Its appeal lies not only in age, but in the romance of discovery, where ordinary-looking cents sometimes conceal extraordinary varieties. This blend of accessibility and potential rarity keeps market demand alive and fuels the enthusiasm of collectors searching for hidden gems. Minted in 1956 at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the absence of a mint mark, this Lincoln wheat penny emerged during a period of post-war economic growth and cultural transition in the United States. It belongs to the iconic wheat cent series introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Although not tied to a specific commemorative event like the bicentennial, the 1956 issue represents the closing chapter of an era, as wheat cents would be replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design just 3 years later. As such, it serves as a tangible connection to mid-20th century America and the long-running legacy of Lincoln on U.S. coinage. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's timeless portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a design celebrated for its realism and dignity. The reverse displays two stylized wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing agricultural abundance and national prosperity. Struck in 95% copper with a small percentage of tin and zinc, the coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. While dirt and discoloration can obscure these details, collectors know that beneath grime may lie sharp design elements, strong strikes, or even subtle die characteristics that enhance desirability. The 1956 no-mint mark wheat penny is relatively common, with tens of millions produced. However, true scarcity emerges when collectors identify exceptional conditions or rare varieties, such as repunched dates, off-metal strikes, or dramatic die errors. Finding such a coin in pristine uncirculated condition is challenging, and discovering one with a legitimate mint error, especially under layers of dirt, adds to its mystique. This difficulty is precisely what drives demand, as collectors relish the hunt for overlooked examples hiding in plain sight. Market value for a typical dirty, circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat penny is modest, but documented rare varieties or certified high-grade examples can command significantly higher prices. In exceptional cases involving dramatic errors or top population graded coins, prices have been reported in the $1,000 to $8,000 range, depending on rarity, eye appeal, and authentication. These higher valuations are not the norm, but they underscore why collectors continue to examine even the most unassuming cents. Historical importance, originality, and the allure of discovery all contribute to steady long-term appreciation for standout examples. What truly elevates the appeal of this coin is the idea that greatness can emerge from the ordinary. A very dirty 1956 wheat penny invites curiosity. Could it be hiding a scarce die variety or an overlooked minting anomaly? This sense of possibility captivates enthusiasts and reinforces the coin's reputation as more than just spare change. For many collectors, it embodies the thrill of numismatics, history, art, and chance converging in a small copper disc. Collectors pursuing this issue should focus on careful inspection and authentication. Cleaning is strongly discouraged, as it can permanently reduce value. Instead, coins should be examined under magnification and, if promising, submitted to reputable grading services. Prioritizing certified coins, learning to identify known varieties, and purchasing from trusted dealers or established auctions are essential strategies. Proper storage in inert holders and engagement with numismatic communities can further protect and enhance a collection while keeping collectors informed about market trends. The 1956 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark stands as a compelling blend of history, artistry, and enduring fascination. While not a true bicentennial coin, its place near the end of the wheat cent era and the potential for rare, high-value varieties secure its status as a prized collectible. For numismatists worldwide, it represents both a tangible connection to the past and a rewarding pursuit. Proof that even the humblest coin can hold lasting value and captivating appeal that the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark holds a powerful narrative value that resonates deeply with collectors who appreciate coins as historical storytellers. Each example circulated through countless hands during a defining era of American life, quietly witnessing post-war prosperity, cultural shifts, and the everyday commerce of the 1950s. Even in very dirty condition, the coin carries an authenticity that cannot be replicated, reinforcing its status as a tangible connection to the past. This sense of lived history enhances its emotional appeal, transforming a simple cent into a meaningful artifact that continues to captivate enthusiasts across generations. Another factor that elevates interest in this coin is the ongoing fascination with undiscovered or undervalued varieties. Collectors know that some of the most valuable wheat pennies were not initially recognized for their significance. Subtle double dyes, die cracks, or planchet anomalies may remain hidden beneath layers of dirt and oxidation, waiting for careful examination. This possibility fuels constant demand, as the 1956 issue is often revisited by specialists who believe that overlooked treasures still exist. The challenge of separating ordinary examples from extraordinary ones adds excitement and reinforces the coin's enduring reputation within numismatic circles. From an investment perspective, the 1956 no-mint mark wheat penny benefits from the broader strength of the Lincoln cent market. Lincoln cents are among the most widely collected U.S. coins, ensuring a large and active buyer base. When a coin combines this universal popularity with age, copper composition, and the potential for rare varieties, its long-term outlook becomes increasingly attractive. While not every example will achieve premium status, standout coins, especially those authenticated and graded, have demonstrated resilience and appreciation, making them appealing to both seasoned collectors and newcomers seeking stable, historically grounded additions to their portfolios. The lasting appeal of the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny lies in its balance of familiarity and mystery. It is instantly recognizable, yet endlessly studied, common at first glance, yet capable of surprising value. This dual nature secures its place as a cherished component of American numismatics. Whether pursued for historical appreciation, artistic admiration, or the thrill of uncovering rarity, the coin continues to inspire dedication and enthusiasm. For collectors willing to look closely and think long-term, it remains a rewarding symbol of the enduring legacy of U.S. coinage.